Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and it's time for GN Monthly. This month, the last month of 2012, December, these are the graphic novels I read. For some of these you may have seen on my Christmas haul videos, others I read before Christmas, so... Alright, first off, Volume 1 of The Walking Dead. Everyone told me, pretty much when I mentioned... When I was looking for Image comics to read, everyone was just like, oh, you gotta read Walking Dead. The Walking Dead. Pretty much that came up on everyone's list. The TV show, it's become a hit. It was started as a TV show last year. Pretty much everyone was talking about it, and I just thought, now, okay, I'm going to start reading this series. So I'm pretty much going to read the trade paperbacks, and there's about like 17 volumes out, so it might take me a while, so I don't think I'm going to start like picking up the ongoing now. Pretty much Volume 1, Officer Rick Grimes wakes up from a coma, only to discover that there's an outbreak of zombies everywhere, and now he goes to find his family, and he does find them in the first volume, and now they're pretty much trying to survive. This is a great... So far, I've only read one volume, and I'm hooked. This is a great series. I mean, I've really loved it. Originally, I was going to read this and then watch the TV series, and I was talking to some of the guys at the comic book store, and they all told me that, you don't have to read the comic book in order to get the TV series, so good to know that I don't have to rush into anything yet. I mean, I'm eventually going to watch the TV series, but I think after I have a few more volumes of this under my belt. And also, I had a friend who he pretty much started watching the TV show and playing the video game, and when I told him I had the first volume, he was like, alright, hey, can I check it out? And I said, sure, and I loaned him my copy, and now he's hooked on it too. So, yeah. Very nice. Can't wait to I already ordered Volume 2, so it should be on its way in a few days. Can't wait to read it. Walking Dead is awesome. Alright. Now for something from Dark Horse. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 8, Volume 3. Pretty much, Buffy's dealing... Pretty much, what happens is the world of vampires and slayers is revealed to the public. However, because this was written around the time of Twilight and vampires and True Blood and all that other time when vampires were pretty much everywhere. Now, pretty much the general public thinks the vampires are the good guys and the slayers are evil. Oh man, it's just really ridiculous how, and the way they find out about it, I don't really want to spoil it, but the way the public learns about it, it's just, oh my god, people are just that stupid. And also, Buffy's continuing her battle against the army of Twilight, not Twilight fans. The antagonist in this series is named Twilight, and he has an army of most of Buffy's old enemies getting ready to attack. And so, pretty much in this volume, though, Buffy does deal with a few issues, like from last volume when she went to the future, fought and killed an evil future Willow. She pretty much has to. She talks to Xander about it first, then Giles, and then she finally talks to Willow about it and about what happens. And also, in order to escape from Twilight's army, they have to figure out how they can stop using magic, because Twilight found their fortress in Scotland, so now they had to evacuate, and now in order to learn how to live without their magic, they decided to go see an old friend. Who you may remember from seasons 2, 3, and 4, played by Seth Green, the character Oz, Willow's ex-boyfriend. And when Willow and Oz do meet again, it's pretty awkward for them. And I can't wait to show this volume to my sister, because she's borrowing my Buffy DVDs, and she's already on like season 2, so can't wait to so I really can't wait to show her what's going to happen when Willow and Oz meet again post-breakup. But yeah, this volume is pretty much, I'm loving Season 8. So far it's progressing very nicely. I can't wait for the 4th and final volume, because Season 8's great. If you are a Buffy fan, I definitely would recommend you read Season 8, especially before reading Season 9, which is Season 9 is currently out in circulation as a comic book. It's still coming out monthly, as well as Angel and Faith, but you don't really need to read Season 8 in order to get Angel and Faith, but I would highly recommend you at least read those two, try to read them at the same time. Alright. Moving along. Time for DC Comics. First volume. Batgirl, Volume 1. When DC announced their first new number ones for New 52, and I saw that Batgirl was Barbara Gordon and she was not paralyzed, I was shocked. I don't know if shock's the right word. Well, I was mostly surprised and also skeptical because I was like, oh, geez, oh man, this is like and I felt like, at face value, it felt like they were just taking a step backwards, and I was skeptical whether or not everything that happened with the Killing Joke still happened, but apparently it still did. And Barbara Gordon was paralyzed for 3 years until she finally went through some physical therapy, and she's able to get her leg to get back the use of her legs, and now pretty much this volume it picks off right when she's restarting her career as Batgirl, and also she's moving forward in her life, but but the incident with the Joker, it's still kind of on her mind in a way, because in the first couple of issues in this, she does sort of hesitate a little when fighting criminals with guns, because she's a little worried that what happened to her before could happen again. But the Volume 1, it's great. It's still a great series. I mean, if you do like the Barbara Gordon character, not just because if she's Batgirl, but Barbara Gordon in general, you'll like this, because the writer on this, Gail Simone, she's brilliant at writing Barbara Gordon. And I did hear the news that she was fired from the book, but then all her fans on Twitter and Tumblr and all across the internet pretty much rallied behind her, and now she got back on the book. So, bravo to that. I would definitely recommend you pick up Batgirl Volume 1 to see why everyone likes her so much. Okay, final book, and this was the other book on my Christmas haul video. Superman Birthright. I got this series because when the news about Man of Steel was coming out, they said that the plot of the movie would be similar to Birthright. And after reading this and what happened and watching the second Man of Steel trailer where stuff actually happens, I do see some similarities between that and Birthright. Birthright is actually a very good origin story. I mean, it starts off with Clark Kent. He's kind of traveling the world, not entirely sure what to do with his life until, after saving people, after pretty much like years of traveling abroad and saving people, he realizes that, yeah, this is something I'm meant to do. So he talks to his parents, and he decides to develop his dual identity and moves to Metropolis, and he starts his career as both Clark Kent journalist and Superman. But also there are some obstacles in his way, particularly Lex Luthor. And some elements in Smallville, and I think and also this pretty much did reestablish that Lex Luthor did live in Smallville. But Birthright, I would definitely recommend to Superman fans, especially Superman fans who are going to go see the Man of Steel movie, because you'll see some shots in this are kind of similar to what happens in the trailer. Except, I think, here's something about it. I know that in Man of Steel, General Zod will be the main antagonist. So, and also Birthright, it deals with Lex Luthor staging a Kryptonian invasion to make Superman look like an alien invader, and except it was all a hoax that Luthor developed. And also, so what happens in Man of Steel, if they're going to use Zod, then this invasion could be real, and it could be from, like, say, the Phantom Zone. Something like that. Because, again, Krypton's going to be destroyed, so I think most of the Kryptonian weapons and stuff may come from the Phantom Zone. But Birthright, it's a great miniseries, great origin for Superman. I would, again, definitely recommend this to Superman fans. Alright, that's all the graphic novels I read this month. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for being subscribed. Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.